How's it going, Ding Dongs? Welcome back to Ding Dong Drift. I got an exciting video for you guys today because we are back working on the Nimbus. I was sitting in my truck one day. I was standing behind the SC. Let me try to visualize it. So this was the point of view that I saw from the truck. So like the bottom of the screen is the hood. Can you see the problem? You can't see the taillights almost at all. Like even from here, the turn signal and running light is like invisible because of the sloped angle. If you guys remember, slope the taillights inwards to match the curve of the bumper. However, that's not gonna work. So I went back to designing it. I made some changes. I fixed this little issue. You see how the bottom there isn't curved and the top doesn't match up? Fixed that and pushed it all out, and also got a new printer that will reduce print time immensely. So let's go take a look. By the way, check out my office. Finished it. Got all the floors in, got the door in. I learned how to put a door handle on a door. That was fun. Got all the floors in, got this cabinet from IKEA and painted it. So now all my shit and supplies is in here. That was fun. The star of the show, the new H2C. So I've used it, I think, already in a video, but basically this is the same as this. But if you look, this one only has one nozzle and a bigger print area. This one has two nozzles and this crazy transformer rack thing. These are all nozzles that each can have a different color assigned to them. And because the color is already in there, it doesn't have to purge it. And here's what that does. So however long it's been since the last taillight video, I kept all this waste. Ignore the purple, but the white, clear, or whatever, black and red are all waste from the last print. So like half of this box is how much waste that one taillight print created from all the color changes. It's quite a bit of waste. Here's the waste from this print. It just purges the three colors and then primes the nozzle on the prime tower, and that's it. Here it is all finished. And the finish is just so much better than the last time. So you can see the nice thing I did now was I added clear on the inside as a reflector. So now I don't have to paint it. On the last lens, I had to paint the inside. Freaking incredible. So let's put these together and throw them on the car. Let me show you the difference in print time. So this took 2 days and 12 hours to print. And the last print took 3 days and 5 hours, which is insane. If I wanted to print with 4 colors instead of using clear on the inside, I could have used white. Then that would only add 1 hour to the print time, which is insane. I did do this at the first time I printed this, but if you look at the lenses, I actually did the wrong colors. The red is supposed to be on the brake light, not the turn signal. And that's what this is. This was the wasted print. This was a day of printing that I had to throw away because I'm an idiot and I did the wrong colors. So to put these together, super simple. I just have these little holes printed in them and I 3D print these little dowels, helps align them, and then just grab the right piece and put some super glue in there and the pins align it, and there you go. You can barely even see the seam. Probably a little bit of clear coat and it would look flawless, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I actually like the look of 3D printing. All right, got the lenses glued together. You can see how much thicker they are. And I think they're basically just flat. Instead of it caving in, they're basically flat. I think it might actually look better and blend in. You'll see later on, I have this whole trim piece that covers the trunk and the vents that will be going to the rear radiators here. That blends into the taillight much better. But first I gotta take the taillight out to be able to remove the lens. So. All right, so here's the housing of the taillight. You can see I also painted this, but I'm probably gonna reprint this whole thing because I want a little bit better wire management. I kind of just made holes and just let it be. And then also I can make more room now because the taillight is deeper. I can make more room to fit more lights because I'm thinking in the sunlight this will not be bright enough. You can see how I painted it, so won't have to do that anymore. And here's the inner lens, which was a nightmare to mask here. So that's why I'm really happy I don't have to mask it anymore. The reduction in print time with the H2C compared to a single nozzle printer is huge. See that? See how much, oh, you can't see it here, but here it is, look at that. The difference. So that's the old lens, this is the new one. Look how much fatter that is, just to push out the lens and lighting surface further out so it's more visible. Let me put this on, throw it back on the car, and we'll see how it looks. See that? Oh, that looks so much better. Do you see the right one is still the old one? The left one sticks out nicely. And if you're sitting in a truck, you can still see it. See how the right one disappears? The left one's still visible. So sick. Now let's see how the light output is. I'm gonna put you back on the tripod. Pretty sunny today, so it should be good representation, I think, maybe. I don't know. It's not out in the sun though, so it's a little different. God, I can't even get in here right now. Parked the truck too close. Put the headlights on. So the running lights should be on right now. And then here's the turn signal. And here's the brake light. How does that look? I'm gonna have to look in the footage, but just let me know in the comments what you guys think right now. I'm kind of blind right now. All right, let me get out. It's pretty good. It's actually almost brighter than if we back up, it's about equal to the other side, which is good. This spot does have a big highlight on the side though. Does this one have a big highlight on the side? No, it's a lot less. So that's where the more lights comes in. And I'm also noticing a little bump right here. See that? It's like a little bump. I don't really like the shape of that. I need to straighten that out. So I'm gonna probably reprint this again. Also, I don't know why. You can see this side of the lens is like the gyroid infill, and this side is like smooth, even though they're printed with the same exact settings. I don't know why. Maybe the way it was facing or something had more cooling, because it looks like here it also gets a little more hazy. Or maybe it's just the way it's facing. Oh yeah, look, because now it's probably just the way the filament is facing or the angle that it was printed at. Also, can we talk about the fitment? Look at that, dude. Look at that. That is perfection. So now the vent is gonna meet up right here in the corner. Go down, it's gonna go down like this, come up the bumper and follow this line here, and then meet up here with the trunk trim that I'm printing right now that you guys will see in the next video. But yeah, I'm happy with this. All right, it's another day. It's sunny. The sun is directly facing the taillights, and we got a problem. I turn the lights on so you can see the running light completely, basically invisible. Can't see it at all. Yeah, it's like barely anything. The light coming from the sun is just too much, and it's lighting up this shiny plastic. If I turn the turn signal on, same thing. It's a little more visible, but you can barely see it. So this was a waste of 3 days of printing and about 1 kilo of filament. So I'm going to redesign this to be super thin, just like my side markers, because my side markers emit plenty of light. So I'm guessing if I make them just as thin and make these thinner too, that the light should be much more visible. Or the brakes, I should say, are also very dim. See that? Very dim. It's just too dim for daylight, and that's not safe. So back to the drawing board. All right, I got the new lens printed. That's the old one. It's about to start dumping rain, so I gotta show you guys. What do you think? Went full clear. Alteza custom lights, baby. Yeah, I tested them out last night, but it's hard to tell at night if it's brighter or not. And not much sunlight today because it's about to start raining, so let's take a look at how they look. Also, excuse the mess under the car. I've been working on the FRS, and the video on that is coming soon. It's running and driving, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, first test. The running lights. See how they look. How they look. Oh yeah. That looks brighter, right? Or am I just hallucinating? Man, it's hard to tell without any sunlight. Because in the dark and like, whatever, it looks great no matter what. All right, what about the brake lights now? I'm probably just gonna have to stuff more LEDs in there. How's that? Is that pretty bright? I can't tell, obviously. Okay, that's the brake lights. And then now, the turn signals. God, this is so hard to get in here. I lost my mic. All right, how do the turn signals look? Damn it, they look the same. Oh, I don't know if you hear that. How does it look on camera? Actually, the left looks a little brighter. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look brighter? Yeah, I think it's a little brighter. It's a little brighter. But I'm still gonna... I don't know if I said this. Did I say this? You see how the housings now are pretty small? Like the housing itself is pretty small compared to the lens. Even underneath, you see the housing is tiny. So I'm gonna reprint it again. It takes forever. Well, actually, these are only 2 colors now because I use the clear PETG to also print the reflection in the inside. So it's only 2 colors. So what I'm gonna do is, or actually what I was saying is it only takes a day and 18 hours to print both lenses, which is a lot shorter than 3 days and 6 hours when printing with 3 colors. Call it on this one. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna 3D print new housings that are deeper, which then will also need new lenses, because you see how much the lenses go up? See how they go up? So the housing can come down a lot more. I'm just gonna make a bigger housing and just stuff a lot more LEDs in there. Crammed for space. I can't fit any more LEDs, so design a better housing. Hey, look at the weather. Nice and sunny over there. Dark. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder in the background, but yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, ding dongs. Oh, and then also new video or new headlights coming too as well. Well, that'll be later, I think, because these work fine. But new one on these, because these ones are still glued on. You can see the lens sticks out. I want to make it flush like I did with the taillights. Multicolor print. So that is going to be it for this video, ding dongs. Next video, FRS is running and driving. I just got to put it all back together. There's one more thing I got to do to it. I'll talk about it in the video. But yeah, running and driving. That thing's almost completely parted out. So thank you so much for watching, ding dongs. I hope you guys like the new taillights. I think once I do the light bar on the trunk and the vents, it's going to make a lot more sense and look pretty damn sweet, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that is going to be it for this one. Ding dongs, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, stay sweet, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, I'm putting this at the end of the video and my camera's about to die, but I'm giving away this Bambu Lab A1 Mini. All you have to do is buy something on the website. There are free items on the website, so it's a free giveaway. But if you want to support the channel, buy something. If not, enter the free giveaway. The only reason you have to go through my website is so that I can contact you. So use a real email. Bambu Lab A1 Mini, completely for free. Just go on the website.
America, America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your